White people teach their children not just financial literacy, but teach them financial understanding and financial comprehension. And the general rule that you'll find that most Caucasian and wealthy people teach their children is to follow what's called the 10-10-10-70 rule. 10% of your money you should give to a cause you believe in, charity. 10% of your money you should save, put it in a savings account for yourself. The other 10% you should develop an investment fund to figure out how you can find something to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. And then the rest of your life should be lived off that 70%. And I've also found that you'll see that wise people, they do not buy something once if they can't buy it twice. And if we started following that 10% charity, 10% investment fund, 10% saving, living off of 70%, not buying something once if we couldn't afford to buy it twice, we'll find that we are putting ourselves in a position where we always have cushion capital to deal with the problems of life, and we will not be engaged in this excessive unnecessary toil that comes from poverty. We'll be able to have a freer mind, less stress, and be able to have access to our creativity, find our purpose, fulfill our purpose, and get some real joy and happiness out of life.
Y'all problem is not getting money, man. Y'all get money, bro. Some of y'all some hustling mom. Woo! I don't want to cuss, but you know who you is. Y'all get money. The problem is what you do when you get it. You'll blow it on the dumbness, and then at that you scared to lose it. How you blow it on stuff you don't get a return back, but you scared to buy a piece of Apple, buy a piece of ownership in Apple, buy a piece of ownership in the liquor store on the corner, buy a piece of ownership on the gas station, the Burger King you go to, something. Buy a house, an investment house, not to live there, to rent it out. Not to live there. We talking about an investment house. Y'all scared to do that. Y'all go put it in the bank account. And guess what? They use the money to go invest it. It's not getting money. Y'all get money, man. Start using it differently. That's it.
Yo, what's up, chat? How y'all doing out there in the world this morning? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hopefully my mic is good. What's up, V Chance, Capricorn the Goat, CX in the building, Jizza of Oz, we in here. Phoenix Rising, Dodge Coin and dumbasses. Hey man, it ain't my fault, man. Hey Phoenix, it ain't my fault. Biz up $17,000 in 2 weeks. That ain't my fault, you know. So I'm up 17,000 in 2 weeks, chat. You know, on some real shit, you guys missing the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm gonna just say it like that, man. I keep saying it, but nobody want to pay attention. Shout out to the 13 people in the building. They say that Biz, don't nobody want to hear this shit, but that's on them, because I've been doing this live stream with 25 people in here, 15 people in here. This is my normal crowd for this channel, just in case people don't get it, right? Most of us just want to hear about nonsense all day, and that's what it is, you know. So it's not my fault. Shit, I'm dropping gems over here. We getting paid over here. So these 15 people that's in here is powerful. The 15 that's in here right now, they the ones making the money, man. You know, so y'all need to pay attention, man. Biz is up 17,000 in 2 weeks. While y'all running y'all mouth on this app, begging people for cash apps and super stickers and all that shit. No bullshit. You know, you missing your blessing, but that ain't my problem. And guess what, guys? I don't care. I'm just here to tell the people that want to hear and want to see what's going on, what time it is. So we got Susan Sago in the building. Appreciate you being a member. She's been a member the whole time I had my channel. Shout out to Miss Susan. CP3 in the building. Yes, sir. Capricorn the GOAT. Mel Dub in the building. All right, now let's get to the meat and potatoes. What you guys seeing right now in the crypto market is called excitement, right? Why is the excitement coming? Well, the news and the media and the Congress and the House of Representatives and all of that shit, we've been on crypto week. For those of you that have been sleeping under a rock, this week was considered crypto week. It was some legislation that was passed in favor of crypto and stable coins. Okay. So they passed the Genius Act. You guys need to go look up the Genius Act and see what was in that bill. Okay. The United States is becoming more crypto friendly. They're starting to adopt crypto. Now, I was telling you this weeks ago. What up, Rose by another name? Mel Dub in the building. Matter of fact, not weeks ago, some years ago, I told you this was coming. Remember this?
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen.
Now, when I put that up, that should signal everybody that calls themselves an American, everybody that is an American, everybody that's in the American country should have paid attention to that. When he gave that speech, Bitcoin was sitting around $50,000. When he gave that speech at the Bitcoin conference, that should have been an eye opener. But yet and still, we still got people that say, "Oh, crypto is a scam." When you see the president of the United States talking about it, it's still a scam. Oh, it's not regulated. I'm going to wait till regulation. Well, how's that working out for you? Bitcoin sitting at $119,000 today. And you're talking about waiting on regulation. By the time they regulate the market, okay, the market is going to be $175,000 for Bitcoin. $200,000 for Bitcoin. What are you fucking waiting for? What are you waiting for? It's nothing but fear. You fear to lose money. You fear to lose money. Money is debt. You fear to lose debt. Money is created out of debt. And you fear to lose money. Money got your brain fucked up. We need to reprogram that shit. You need to think ownership. We need to program your brain. Ownership. That's the key to wealth, not money. Stop being scared, yo. You fucking your own self up. Listen again. When I came on with this live stream, instead of these idiots joking and laughing and clowning and talking all type of nonsense and foolishness, why could not you hear this man?
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen.
Where was your brain at? Your brain was on the YSL trial. Your brain was on P. Diddy. Your brain was on Jay-Z. and accused of making an accusation about Jay-Z. Your brain was on the new music artist that just got murdered in a city that's not from you. That's where your brain was at. You know where Biz brain stay at? I stay looking at these financial markets. Why? Why? Because money is the most important thing you need in the world. So when you understand that, you might want to have a great understanding of money and not P. Diddy's trial. If your brain is to the point where you don't have no clue, then you need to take a step back. I'm not calling anyone out. I'm calling everyone out. You need to take a step back and say, how much money am I making knowing all of this stuff that I know? And if the answer to that is zero, then you need to change the information you're taking in. Because again, money is the most important thing in the world, other than health and life, of course. But if you're living, breathing, you need money. You need money. And it's funny they don't teach money in school. And that's why you knuckleheads are running around here talking about Diddy. And you know every fucking aspect of that case. You know what I know every aspect of? These financial markets. Because that's where I put my attention at. Did you know that this week that just passed was a crypto week? You didn't know that because you're worried about other dumb shit. Now, see, I like to laugh and joke too. And I like to talk my ish. And I like to, defend myself and just like everybody else. But again, guys, it comes a time when you got to stop playing with your life. And I'm keep preaching this because your kids need you. You see what you just did? See what you just did, right? You just watch Bitcoin go up from $15,000, $20,000 to $120,000. You just fucked your kids up, is what you did. Because remember, someone planted a seed today that grew into a tree that someone can sit in the shade. You didn't plant that tree. You never planted your tree. You could have planted your tree at $25,000. Now, you lost the multiplier effect with Bitcoin. Right? It should be an eye opener. Remember, every day is a great day to become an investor. So, that should be an eye opener. Bitcoin itself should be an eye opener. Like, yo, hold on. Right? Now, there's been preaching about this. It's more than one opportunity in the market. Okay? But that should let you know this market ain't going nowhere. Never. So you could keep waiting for regulation. You could keep waiting for all of this shit to where you feel like it's stable. You could keep waiting to say, oh, I don't want to risk it and all of this dumb shit. You could keep waiting. This is the problem, though. When it's finally ready for you, the price is going to be $200,000 and you're losing the multiplier effect. You're losing that. This is what you're doing. You're fucking up your kid's future, man. Yo, if you'd have put $10,000 in there when Bitcoin was 25,000, let's say 25 to 50, that's a double up, right? So that means your 10,000 would have turned to 20,000. And then 100,000, that's another double up. That's a 2x. Your 10,000 would be 40,000. You realize that, right? You do realize that, right? And then another 25 on top of that, which you put Bitcoin at 125. Your $10,000 would be worth $50,000 right now. You do realize that, right? I hope you realize that. That same $10,000 would be worth $50,000 right now. We got to let this thing sink in. And then every time Bitcoin goes up 25,000, you would make another 10,000 every time. Bam, bam, bam. See, now Bitcoin has outpriced you. It's still okay to buy Bitcoin, but you're going to make slower returns on your money. Because now if you buy a Bitcoin, or if you put that same $10,000 into Bitcoin, Bitcoin will have to hit 240,000 before you made that double up, that $10,000 double up. You pricing yourself out the market the longer you keep waiting. You got to understand the double up effect. Now, it was a cryptocurrency that I've been talking about called SUI. And it's another one that I was talking about called XRP. I was buying XRP at 50 cents. XRP is $3.50 today. You see the multiplier effect? That 50 cents to $1, that's a flip. And then $1.50, that's another flip. $2, that's another flip. So my money that's been in XRP has flipped 5 or 6 times. Now the price is $3.50. So you know what that means, right, guys? That means from $3.50 to $7, you gotta wait now before you double your money. Do you know how many times my money gonna flip by the time XRP hits $7? While you waiting for that first double up, see what you're doing? You putting yourself behind the 8 ball. You're losing your multiplier effect by waiting so long for what? What you waiting on? You scared? Scared to lose money? What you scared of? Listen, man, crypto is going nowhere. You're doing nothing but a disservice to yourself by not paying attention to this market. Let's just say the market crashes and burns and goes to hell. Yo, would you rather say, hey, I risked $5,000 and I lost it? Or would you rather say, yo, I had $5,000 and I could have turned it to $100,000, but I lost it because I was scared? What'd you rather say? I'd rather lose 5,000 than to lose 100,000 because you scared, right? Then Biz come on here and tell you a strategy that I be doing. That way you can make it more safe. It ain't nothing all the way foolproof, but it make it more safe for you. Right? That's what I do. I tell you, yo, this market moving, just be patient. Then I tell you, yo, I'm buying. And I flat out tell you straight like that. And I mean, you get better entry prices, you know. You feel like the market moving. One thing you don't want to do is look at it every day. Cause if you looked at it every day, you wouldn't understand why the market going down, the market going up. It'll frustrate you. But if you don't look at every day, like most people in this sector, right? They don't look at every day. When they do look at it, it's always higher. It's $120,000 today. Now, accept this, man. Accept your ignorance. Accept that. Accept the ignorance. You got to say to yourself, yo, damn, I was a dummy. I heard Biz talking about this. I ignored it. I missed out. You got to accept that, right? Once you accept that, now what? Okay, now we winning. Now we moving somewhere. Now because your brain is open up to the idea of, yo, this ain't gonna happen to me no more. This right here ain't gonna happen to me no more. I'm not gonna watch this shit happen again. I don't give a damn about no regulation, no constipation, no segregation, no none of that shit. The price is moving. Fuck a regulation. So this is what I'm gonna tell people to do. Watch the fireworks and be mad. Watch the fireworks and be mad as hell. Then what you gonna do about it? What you should do is take me. This is what I do. I invest $100 a week. That's where I'm at with it. You take wherever you at with it, and you do likewise. $50 a week, $25 a week. I don't give a damn what it is. $10 a week, if that's where you at with it. $10 a week. And what I'm gonna do right now, what I've been doing, because I just got paid again, I just put the cash in my buying power, and I don't buy anything right now. I'm not buying anything right now because the fear and greed index is at a 68, right? And it's towards the greed area, right? It's not that much gas left in the market, if that make any sense. Everybody's not gonna get rich. Use your brain, right? Biz gonna break the code for you. Yo, on some real shit, shout out to Paul Thomas, man. I appreciate that $20, bro. You know, Biz is trying, man. I'm trying to wake up the masses, bro. But I got them 42 at a time. It's 42 people in here today. Thank you guys for pulling up. You know what I'm saying? My computer keep lagging and stuff, or I would show you some of this stuff on the screen, but I don't think we need to show too much stuff on the screen today. Right? I think just talking, just to get your brain open so you could feel like you're a part of something, right? That's what needs to be done. Because the book say you be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? So you need to start in your brain, because these type of moves, I wish everybody could take part of. When I'm waking up and I'm $17,000 richer than I was 2 weeks ago, it's just ridiculous, right? And you know what that's from, right, guys? That's from that $100 a week that I was being consistent with, using my strategies, which I give away for free. And I tell you exactly what I do for free. So thank you, Paul Thomas, for that $20, man. You've been a supporter of my channel. And this is Biz channel for real. This is Biz. This is how I am in real life. On this app, I get to talk crazy to you clowns, but you clowns ain't shit. And we just keep pointing that shit out. You know, anytime a nigga need to borrow $30, they wildin'. What up, Black Queen? Black Queen in this thing. She said, Biz, check your Cash App. Hey, Black Queen, I appreciate you. And I'm so happy that you started this journey and you took a risk. And I know that you're looking at your portfolio right now and you like, wow. And I'm going to tell you, your only regret is that you didn't invest more. That's my only regret. That's ever been my regret. Every time, every fucking time, it's the same thing. I wish I would have invested more. That's it. Nothing else I regret about it. Now, while you're going through it, you see those ups and downs, and your portfolio look like it's getting dragged. And Biz on here like, yo, this opportunity, and then it takes a brain of a strong-minded person to go in their bank account and actually buy more of a market that's making them lose money. That's the part where you make the money. That's how you make the money. When you take that fucking say, fuck, the market crash. No, nobody, people saying it's going lower. I'm buying this shit. Right now, peep the sentiment around the market. And understand, everybody ain't gonna get rich. It's not happening. It can't happen. You know who getting rich? The people that was buying it when they told you not to. The people when you talking about you waiting for regulation, all those people that wasn't waiting for regulation, like me, we the ones coming the fuck up right now. And guess what? Part of the market is buying, and the other part of the market is selling. For me, it's time to sell to these people that want to just now start buying, because they got to go through losing a bunch of fucking money like me. Because I came on this platform, I was down 9 grand, 8 grand in the hole. And I guess what I was doing? That was the most excited time I was buying like a motherfucker. People like, yo, this boy is crazy. I'm like, shit, y'all don't understand. And now look, bam, now I'm in sell mode. I am not watching nothing else but that fear and greed index and crypto altcoin season. It's about 50-50 right now between Bitcoin season and altcoin season. Pay attention to Ethereum. Everybody that's not invested, let me tell you something. If you want to get in this market right now, you're taking a risk. You're taking a risk, okay? And your risk is higher than my risk because I was buying the market when it was cheaper, right? So you're risking your money is what you're doing right now. If you try to start jumping in this market, say you want to put 25 grand in it, now you're taking a risk. You always taking a risk, but think about it. The market is exploding. You don't want to run in here buying this shit right now. What I'm doing right now, because I'm pissed that I can't buy no more because the market just fucking took off. It pissed me off, right? And I'm going to stick to my business and I'm going to make sure I don't lose no money. I'm going to protect the fucking bag, right? That's the number one rule is don't lose money, right? So I'm still going to put my $100 a week into this account, but I'm going to leave it in my buying power. And now I'm looking to sell, right? I'm waiting for the market to continue to rise, right? If you check your fear and greed index, it's at a 68 or 69. We can run all the way up to 90 something, but once it get into that 80 range, I'm gonna be one to sell. I think we got a little bit more room to run. Listen to what I'm saying on my mouth. I think we got a little bit more room to run, right? Bitcoin might go to 150, 175, but what would that do for your portfolio? If you buying it at 120 and then go to 175, you ain't even double your money. Is that worth it? You know what you want to look for? If you really want to take a risk in this market, you want to look into a sector of the market that hasn't really moved that much. It's AI. Okay, right? Now, this is what my brain is just thinking. My brain. Bitcoin is taking the fuck off. Ethereum now is starting to move like a motherfucker. Yo, if Ethereum crack past 4K, yo, you talk about fireworks. These cryptocurrencies are gonna move like a motherfucker, and I want y'all to watch it. I want y'all to watch this shit happen. Watch Biz make all this fucking money. The reason why, guys, I'm gonna be making a lot of money is because my multiplier is in effect. My multiplier is in effect like a motherfucker because I was buying this market when it was cheaper, right? So now my multiplier is crushing it. Every time that motherfucker move a little bit, I make a lot. You know, people see, yo, XRP went up $1. I'm like, yeah, I know. They're like, yo, Sui went up $1. I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Trust, believe me, I know. Your shit went up $1. You probably made 200. My shit went up $1. I made about 4,000. You see, the multiplier is in effect. Let the market run its course, watch it, and then be aggressive like a motherfucker when this market starts crashing, because it will crash. It's not if, it's just when. This is why I don't want, if you were listening to me and you got money in this market, we about to get the fuck out this market. Think about it. How the hell can everybody in the world get rich? It don't work like that. It's not that easy. Right now, it seems like it's easy because everything going up. And that's the problem. When I first started investing, you know how many times I watched a market rise and fall and rise and fall and rise and fall in my goddamn portfolio because I don't want to sell shit because I think it's going to $1 million. Man, if I made $17,000 in 2 weeks, imagine them white boys that made 50 million. What you think they about to do? They about to sell that shit. Who gonna buy all that shit? from them. If they sold $50 million, that means we need $50 million to replace that, right? To keep the market level. Where all this money coming from? Them people is taking profits. Guys, it's tax season for the fiscal year. So it's going to be a lot of people selling their assets to pay taxes. I think the market is going to see a problem in 2026. This is just me. Right? The 4-year cycle will be completed. You know, the halving be on the new clock. The halving already on a new clock, but it'd be another 2 years away. You know, a lot of people be made a lot of fucking money. A lot of people be made a lot of money, right? They're going to be selling. They're going to be cashing out. And 2026 might present a downtrend in this market. Now, that's when that's been putting these money every week that you ain't buying nothing. You just setting it to the side in the account, in the crypto account, right? But you just leaving it in your buying power every week. You just put money to the side. That's your opportunity. But you gotta do that shit. That's your opportunity right there. Why the fuck would you run into this market like this when it's moving like crazy? It's moving like crazy. It's a lot of people made a lot of fucking money with this market, including me. But my money ain't. They are so lucky that Biz ain't got no goddamn $10 million over here. Cause I would be a billionaire probably. They so lucky because of my conviction, my understanding, and the way I've been understanding that this crypto shit is here to stay. It's here to stay. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it. When you start looking at the blockchain and understanding that no one can control it, bruh. When you understand that it's a limited quantity of Bitcoin, that's why you see the price so high. Then you start understanding this shit is just the beginning because Apple and all them ain't even getting in the game. These companies like Facebook don't even own Bitcoin yet. They don't even got Bitcoin on the balance sheet. What they waiting for? Regulation. Bruh. When that goddamn greed, that fear and greed index get up in that extreme greed territory, Biz is selling. I'm going to be selling. I don't care what the news article is. I don't care what the news report is. I don't care about none of that shit. That fear and greed index, when it get up to like a 80 something, damn near 90, oh yeah, I'm going to be selling to all of these crazy motherfuckers that want to buy this high ass market. Because I'm going to be making thousands of dollars selling it to you. Yeah, I'll be selling it to you at that point. Then I'll leave my money in the account and wait until the market crash and buy all that shit back up again. It takes stomach to do this though. You gotta be able to lose $2,000-3,000 and don't give a fuck. You can't lose $1,000 and say, I'm selling everything, I'm going home. Bye, Roger. You fucked up. If I'm down $8,000 and I'm steady buying, why? Because I'm buying these assets cheaper and I understand multiplier effect. And when this market start going up, I'm going to make that much more money. Right? My account today sitting at like 47,000. If for those of you that have been watching me, y'all seen it sitting at 15,000. Y'all seen it sitting at 28,000. That's just sitting at $47,000 today. Now, Biz, if you could take a screenshot, you could sell. Right? Because you don't marry none of this shit. None of this shit give a fuck about you. You use it as a tool to grow your bank account, to grow your wealth. That way you have less stress in the life, because we all know life brings stress. Look at some of the situations that the people in this sector going through. How do you eliminate that stress? They say, well, Biz, you go buy sneakers. Biz, you go spend money. You go spend money. You call us dumb for spending money. Why can't you do it? I say, are you paying attention to what I'm doing? I'm buying a bunch of shit in the crypto market. When the market explodes like this, why can I not go splurge? This ain't my money. This the market money. Look, I'll take $1,000, invest that shit, grow it to $5,000, and then go buy a fucking whatever I want. Because I still got my same $1,000. You get it? I'm spending profit. I can spend whatever the fuck I want. It ain't my money. And I need to live. We got life. This is why you got to put money in your lifestyle bank. I heard a major content creator say that, and I took that from him. I think it was Raul Paul. He said the lifestyle bank. Because you gotta live, right? You gotta live. So this is why I say most of the times when I double my money, I always take my initial investment out and leave the rest and let that shit go to heaven or go to hell. Once I double my money, I like to take my money out of that investment and leave it in my buying power to buy another investment and do it again. Right? That's what I like to do. So I'm just stacking up cash right now. While the market continue to rise, I'm stacking up cash. For people that's not invested, just listen to what I'm saying I'm doing. I'm stacking up cash right now. I'm not buying none of this shit no more. I was buying this shit. I'm about to start selling this shit. Right? So what I'm doing is stacking up cash right now. While the market is rising, I need cash. I don't need to implement no more new money into this market at these inflated prices. Right? I'm going to sell some of my assets to build up my cash balance, right? Just to keep building up that cash balance, because I believe, just me, everybody in the world can't be rich. And I think 2026 is going to bring a fucking bloodbath with a market crash. People going to give up. People going to say, oh, I knew this was a scam. Here come Biz. Oh, you knew it was a scam, huh? Oh, so sell that shit. How much you want to sell it for? So you bought it at $3,500. You gonna sell it to me for $2,500? Let me get that. Oh shit, it went down to $1,000. Let me get some more. See, that's how I look at it. I dare this market to crash. I pray this market crash, and it won't crash. It just keep going up. I'm like, yo, can this shit crash? Damn. And it just keep going up. And that just make my money just keep going up, 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 up. You guys can do this too, man. You guys can do this too. I believe in you. It's a link at the top of this shit, right? At the top of the chat that you could get a crypto portfolio if you don't have one. The first thing you need to do is download that app and open up an account. And that's it. And don't buy shit. Just open the fucking account and just look at that shit. And then put some money in there. And don't buy shit. Just put money in there. You can have money in your cash balance. You don't got to buy a particular crypto. And stack the money up. What I was doing, $100 a week. In 10 weeks, that's $1,000. Plus the market growing. That's crazy. It's just the money just keep going in and in. When the market drop is when I deploy the cash. Right? So if you come into the table, you got $5,000 up front. I'm telling you, I would just buy. If you got $5,000 and you know you want to invest, now it depends on the money you want to make. You know what I mean? If you got $5,000, I would just buy $1,000 worth of shit. All the shit that you want. I don't give a fuck where the price at. Just buy that, a little bit of that shit, just to have them in your portfolio, right? And then look for them to go down. When they start going down in value, 10%, 15%, you start adding a little bit more ownership. Don't give a damn about the money. Because remember, you ain't put your whole $5,000 in the beginning. Right now, if you just go in there right now to buy $5,000 worth of something, I would be cautious doing that. That's like gambling, you know? I would work that money in there like double dutch. Like, you know, you ever watch when they used to do double dutch and the girl be, they be doing the double dutch and the girl be outside the rope and she be timing it so the rope don't smack her upside her fucking head. She got to look and jump in that motherfucker when it's clear. I still can't do that shit. I used to try to fuck around and, you know, jump in there and get hit on purpose. When they be jumping, I jump in their rope just to fuck it up. Or you see the girls outside doing the double dutch and I just be out there. I just run through there and jump through that shit. They be ready to whoop me, boy. But I used to just mess with them. Cause ain't no way I'm jumping no double dutch. That's wild. But I used to mess with them and knock their rope off on purpose. But that's just a thing though. That's just a analogy I'm using. Right? You want to get in the market when you fit in. So this week it been a crypto bill passed. Paul Thomas in the let me see, G Money in this thing. I see y'all pulling up in here. Free Bitcoin. Shout out to G Money. Look, when we finish this, we going to the takeover, man. We about to turn this thing up. Okay, so this week, crypto won big in America. All right, you guys can look this up for yourself. Okay, it's a bill that passed called the Genius Act. You need to look at that. And they got another one on the table that's supposed to pass called the Clarity Act. Now, understand that. These acts are going to be passing and the market is going to be moving with each one of these bills that pass because of excitement. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm looking at that fear and greed index. Go to CoinMarketCap and look at the fear and greed index. That shows the sentiment in the market. When everyone is greedy, you be fearful. I really don't. I look at the news and I want to see why it's making people emotional and all that shit. But I want to see the fear and greed index. That's my key. That's my evaluation of when I want to be selling, because that shit always right. That shit for some reason it's like a little cheat code. You look at that damn fear and greed index. If that fear and greed index pumping like 80, 90, that means everybody and their mother thinking they gonna get rich. No, sell. Y'all can have this shit. You get it? So I think we got a little bit more to pump. You guys just be patient. Look for any downward trends in the market, right? If you don't see any downward trends, just watch. Just learn. Just sit back and watch. Because again, you losing your multiplier effect. Your children probably pissed at you when they get older. They're going to look back and be like, yo, so you telling me you could have bought XRP at 50 cents? Why you waited till it was $10? You see? Oh, cause I was waiting for the market to be regulated because I'm scared. Listen, man, scared money don't make no money. You know, yet they call Donald Trump a billionaire, right? You know, he got like billions of dollars in debt too, right? He ain't scared to hold no debt. What you scared of, yo? You fucking your own future up. And you fucking your children's future up. You could have just 5x your money. Because all you had to do was listen to this dude right here. How are you not paying attention to this shit? Look at this shit. This is amazing to me. Every time I see this shit, I'm like, yo, I'm about to be rich.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done. If crypto is going to define the future, I want to be mined, minted, and made in the USA. It's going to be. It's not going to be made anywhere else. And if Bitcoin is going to the moon, as we say, it's going to the moon, I want America to be the nation that leads the way. And that's what's going to happen.
Bang, bang. How can you see that and not want to at least put $10 and then slap yourself in the head when that shit go up? And you could be like, damn, $10. Fuck, I should have put more. I'm telling you, that's the only thing. The only thing I regret is that I didn't buy more. I do not want to waste these moves in the market. I want to make as much money as I can from these markets. I don't want to waste no money. I should have took a second mortgage on my house and bought Bitcoin. The crazy part is I was saying that shit when Bitcoin was at like $20,000. I was telling people that shit. They thought I was crazy. So don't get too excited, man. Understand, selling is a part of the process too. You need to sell so you can put some of that money in your lifestyle bank. That way you could better your lifestyle. You know, you could have cash and cushion capital. You can have money when the market when you need an emergency. You won't have to travel outside the fucking state and ask somebody for $350. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That sounds like Spanish to me. What's that mean? Like, how do you do that? How do you put yourself in that position? Well, maybe if you would stop buying so much sneakers and Jordans and all that and start buying some Ethereum, they don't hear me, and start buying some XRP and start buying some SUI and Chainlink, right? When it joint double and triple, then you go buy them Jordans. That's how you do it. Then it comes to a point where you always got money and you can always buy whatever you want because you're making money in the background. That's the goal. You know, see money laughing and shit. Coach Vic in the building. Yo, man, y'all need to get into the market. Look, if you're not in the market, it's a link pinned at the top. Just download the app. That's it. It's a crypto.com link. That's the app that I use, right? That I know how to navigate. I know how to, for anybody that want to sell, let me break this down. If you do want to sell, okay, on the home screen, right? I'm about to go on my app right now because I got a few messages of people saying they want to sell. Let me break this down real quick. Let me see. I'm going back in my app right now. All right. On the home screen, right when you open up the app. Damn, yo, this shit just keep going up. I'm up $981 this morning. Okay. So right when you open up the app, on the home screen, it should be four different things in the front. One say buy, sell, deposit, pay, right? You go to sell. You sell your crypto. You pick whatever crypto you own because it's going to bring you up right there. You click on one, you push sell. Then when you do that, at the top, one side is going to be two little things. One say crypto on the right. The one on the left say cash. You click on the cash. Okay, you're going to see a USD account right there. That's how you say. And then you can use the arrows that's up and down next to the crow or whatever you want to sell. And you could say you want to sell $50 worth, or you want to sell a certain amount of crow. That's how you can distinguish how much you want to sell. So you can sell a little bit and keep a little bit, you know, or you could go through each one of your cryptos and sell individually all of them. Once you sell and that money is in your USD account, once you decided how much crypto you want to sell for, so say you got Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, right? And you done doubled your money. And you want to sell a little bit of your Bitcoin, a little bit of your Ethereum, a little bit of your Solana. You go through each one, you sell whatever you want to sell, and then that money drops into your USD account. Once that, if you want to transfer that money back to your bank account, it's the same way you deposit it, right? You go to, hold on, let me open the account again because I took my brain off of that shit. All right, so once you do that, come on, man. All right, once you do that, you go to your cash account. Okay, so at the bottom of the screen, now I got my app open again. Once you sell and get all the crypto you want to sell, that joint just going to go into your cash balance. It's not going to go into your bank account. It'll go into your cash balance. Now, if you want to take the money out of your cash balance, you go at the bottom of the app, next to the home, it's going to be something that say accounts. You click on the accounts. Each account is they separated. They got your crypto wallet, so you have the money that's still in your crypto. They have your cash wallet. They have your staking wallet. They have your stock portfolio, because crypto.com now has stocks on it. See how we doing? We making money over this bitch. All right, so you got stock, they got banking, and they got credit card, right? They got different categories on the account. You go to the cash account, right? And then they give you the option to withdraw it, and then it transfer to your bank. But see, me, I got a crypto card. So I just go buy shit on my crypto card and pay for it with the crypto. That shit crazy. When I cut the tree down, I paid for it with crypto. The dude when I paid him, the dude was like, yo, what the fuck? He was tripping. He was like, yo, so this is a crypto card. Man, I got a crypto.com card. It feel like titanium or something. If I hit you with when I give it to you, you like, yeah, home rich. If I hand you my crypto card and you put it in your hand, you gonna be like, that shit gonna make you look at it. You gonna be like, bruh, what is this? Yeah, it's a piece of titanium or whatever it is. But that's I got a crypto card, so I could use my crypto to actually buy stuff, and then they give me rewards in crypto. So that's why I like it. But first step is to open up the damn account. So guys, the fear and greed index is like a 69. The market is rising. Be patient. Be vigilant. If you ain't got no crypto, open up an account and start putting money in there. And that's it. Because at the worst, at least you got a savings account. See, I look at my crypto account as my savings account on steroids. That's how I look at it. Like I got a little bit of money in my savings account. That's just for bullshit. If my washing machine or something break, a little bit of money like that. But the majority of the money that I want that's free money, I'm putting it in that crypto account. Because it's a savings account on steroids. And I only attack the market when it goes down. Right now, we running, and I do think we got one more leg up. We got to see how this market go. Momentum. I'm telling you, I'm probably going to exit this market in August or September. I'm going to be trying to get my bread up out of here. And then come back when it's a bloodbath. If not, then I'll just add that to my lifestyle bank. So let's say by September, I'm at about 50,000 right now. So say by September, I'm at 75,000. Biz is taking out $50,000. I'm gonna leave $25,000 in there in the crypto and watch that shit crash. I hope it crashed. I'm gonna be praying for it to crash, because then I got 50,000 now sitting on the sideline waiting for y'all to get scared and start selling. I hope to God y'all start selling. Please, can y'all drop another bomb real quick so this market could go down 50%? So I could put this money back into this market and watch it run up again. That's the goal. So them 2 acts passed this week. I'm about to end this live. We about to jump over the takeover and turn up and laugh and joke and have fun. But I just needed to come on and tell you guys, man, we making money around here. The market is running like a motherfucker. And the people that's not in the market, don't go running into no burning building. Was too much excitement. Understand human emotion. Market is emotional. Everybody's excited because of these crypto laws that's being passed. What that do? It overinflates the market. It pushed the prices up. Extremely high valuations. Extremely high valuations where it doesn't make any sense at that point. You're going to see it because altcoin season pretty much ain't start yet. If you do want to take a risk, I would look into an area that the market hasn't moved yet, like AI. AI has been lagging the market. Man, if I'm preaching up here right now, the AI industry, like the real world assets, your XRPs of the world, them bitches is gone. Them bitches is running, boy. You got it. By the time, but listen, XRP $3.50. By the time that shit hit $7, you know how much money I'm being made? Like no bull jive. You know how much money I'm gonna be made if that thing hit $7? Why everybody only doubling their money? Nah. Where should you look? I got these cryptos, the AI industry. That joint ain't been really moving. It go up 5% here, 6% here, but it ain't been moving like the rest of the market. And listen, the money flows downhill. That money gonna come out of Bitcoin. And watch what I tell you. The money will come out of Bitcoin going to Ethereum. Ethereum going to go crazy. That's going to set off altcoin season. And then altcoins going to start going bonkers because the money that's coming out of Bitcoin is going to go into Ethereum. That money going to come out of Ethereum. Once the people make millions of dollars in Ethereum, they need to look. Money finds its way to the lowest, the lowest level. So it's going to start trickling down into those other asset classes, causing them shits to go parabolic. Like when that money come up out of Ethereum and Solana and Sui and all that shit, you're gonna start seeing meme coin season. Right? Ain't nobody talking about meme coins right now. That's why I want to be. If I really want to take a risk, I would be looking into memes, into AI and shit like that. Because everybody already talking about real world assets and Bitcoin and Ethereum. That shit has got mainstream media's attention. That's where all the money going. I'm looking where the money ain't going, where it's gonna come. Those AI, the gaming industry, nobody talking about that, right? AI. I keep saying that AI shit. I think I'm gonna make some money in that shit because I'm gonna start selling, right? And then moving a little bit of money into those sectors, waiting for that market to take the fuck off. Then I'm selling everything. Cause that's altcoin season only lasts like a month. Just so you know that. It's gonna go bonkers, but then it's gonna stop. It ain't gonna just keep going to fucking $1 million, guys. Don't think that shit. It ain't doing that. You're gonna see all these dumbass price predictions, all that shit. Biz is telling you watch the fear and greed index. That's all you need to be looking at. But other than that, man, let's go laugh and joke. We about to pull up on the takeover and turn this bitch up and have some fun. Y'all go subscribe to the takeover, man. That's the channel where I act a damn fool. This is the channel where I really want to be serious and get you guys to see that money is just an object, and you got ownership is the key to wealth. Money is just a tool. It's just an object. You want to chase ownership, and ownership in these assets is what bring you the money, right? Assets like crypto. You might not think it's an asset. It's a fucking asset. Look at the money. Stocks, real estate, a business. Those are assets. You want to have ownership. You don't want to be fucking just watching this, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to be watching this. Well, you could keep watching. Biz ain't watching this. Biz is making money off of this. 17,000 in 2 weeks. That ain't bad. That ain't that bad. What you think? Of passive income? You wait for regulation. This is what I'll tell you. While you waiting for regulation, I'll sell it to you when it's regulated, right? I got a lot of crypto, right? So when it's regulated, I'll sell you all my shit. Cause by then I will be up 100, 200,000. Trust. So shout out to y'all, man. Jeff R in the building. Nene Loyal in the building. This just a little talk. I'm gonna work on my computer and see why that joint lagging the way it do. Cause then my next live stream, I want to show the screen so y'all can see what's I can show y'all a few articles and stuff. But again, go to CoinMarketCap and look at the fear and greed index. That's what I do. Go look at the fear and greed index. We're gonna make it simple as hell. And right next to the fear and greed index is something called altcoin season indicator or Bitcoin. It lets you know if the market is in Bitcoin mode or altcoin mode. It was just in Bitcoin mode like a motherfucker. It's starting to move over to the altcoin mode. Watch Ethereum. Ethereum cracked 4K. It's a wrap. We about to go on a moonshot, and then I'm gonna be selling the whole time up. I'm gonna be unloaded like a motherfucker. Sold. Everybody gonna be like, yo, you see the market, yo? And then people gonna go buy it, and I'm gonna be like, man, here we go. This the dumb shit. Y'all running into this shit. Y'all about to get smoked. So keep your head up, man. And that's what it is, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. We got 40 in the building. We got 40 like-minded people. We could change 40 people's lives and their family lives. This is what they don't want to pay attention to, man. Ignorance is bliss. You can do this. I believe in you. Don't waste this opportunity. Right now, stack that paper. Let's go to savings mode, okay? We're gonna just put money in the account. We ain't gonna buy shit. We're just gonna stack that money. Cause in 2 weeks you'll have 200. In 3 weeks you'll have 300. And you just keep stacking that shit. It's a savings account. If anything happens, guess what? You just save some money. But if a fucking nuclear attack happens and that market go crashing down, that's when you buy. That's when you put that money in there that you've been stacking. And then you're going to be like, shit, Trust me. And then you're going to say, damn, I should have put more money in there. That's the only thing I ever regret. I'm telling you. No bullshit. But shout out to y'all. Let's go have some fun, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up. Yeah, man. We moving. And that's all I got to say, man. Hopefully that opens somebody's eyes. Hopefully people got a better understanding of what not to do. Right? I'm not buying no more of this market right now. I bought enough. If you want to take that risk, that's on you. Don't do what the crowd do. Go opposite of the herd. Go opposite of the herd. Remember, Biz was buying when nobody wanted to buy. That's called opposite. Now, while everybody else wants to buy, I'm going to be the one selling. Not yet, though. I need that fear and greed index to get up in that 88 range, 85 range. I'll be gone. And then I'll be going to the mall buying me a new pair of Cartiers. Buy me some Gucci slides, like y'all like to do, right? Buy me some Gucci slides and some new Cartiers and shit, you know? Make sure I got some money to reinvest, though. You know, don't spend all your money. You got to remember how you made the money and make sure you got something to reinvest. But I might go get me some Gucci slides, even though they the most horrible built slides in the world. They just cost $700 just to put them on so you could be mad. Oh, man. Shout out to the chat, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. Salute to y'all. We going to the takeover